What's going on, guys? TMX here. Welcome back to the channel. So, in this video I'm going to break down a trade which I took last week, which is GBP JPY. And before I head into the charts, make sure to follow me on Instagram, where I post all of my trades and break them down. So we are going to discuss GBP JPY in this video, which is uploaded on my Instagram as well. So this was a trade from last week. It was a beautiful sell with a 1 to 2 risk to reward, which I will explain in a few seconds later. So also, when you follow me on Instagram, make also sure to join my free Telegram group, which I have created. So when you click on the link in my bio, you can see my free Telegram group over here. And when you click on the link, you will be guided to my Telegram group over here. So in this group, I will be uploading charts and the trades that I take. So make sure to join and follow me along on the journey as well. So with that being said, guys, let's head straight into the chart where I will be breaking down a couple of trades which I took last week. And I will be explaining and educating on why it happened and how you can approach certain markets with low risk and still catch decent risk to reward trades. So before we actually dive down into this example of GBP JPY, I want to show you guys what the requirements are in order to enter a trade, which is my new strategy, which I've been trading for the last couple of weeks / months. So in order to take a trade, we are willing to trade with the momentum. So as cringe as it might sound, the trend is your friend, and we need to have higher highs, higher lows, and so forth. So in the bullish market, we are actually looking for higher highs and higher lows. Now for the downside, if we are looking for sells, we are only looking for lower lows and higher lows. So basically we are making sure that the trend is either bullish or bearish. So with that being said, what we then need to look out for is an area where we need to sell on. Now I don't trade supply and demand order blocks anymore. That was me a couple of years ago. What I now trade is just support and resistance. So I am actually only looking for a place where I can break out from, retest in, and then head back to the original trend of the market. So this is just a simple break and retest where we would place a buy over here and go into the favorite direction of the market. So with a sell, it's actually the same. So we are looking for a break below the last lower low and a retest into that area to continue the sell on. So in an area like this, we would place a sell like this. So the areas which I am looking for to find an area of interest and also to identify the trend in the market is the weekly time frame and the daily. So you want to basically top down your analysis from the weekly, the daily, and the 4 hour. So this is what I'm looking for. So a weekly time frame, a daily time frame, and a 4 hour time frame. So in order to identify a trend, we need to have from these 3 time frames a minimum of 2 time frames in sync. So let me explain it again. So a minimum of 2 time frames in sync in order to identify the trend. So if the weekly is bearish and the daily is bearish, that's 2 out of 3. That confirms to me that the trend is very, very bearish or bullish. So Now that I've explained this way of approaching and looking at the market, I now want to go down to GBP, JPY. So in this area right here, we had a weekly break and retest where the market rejected this area. Very nice. We can actually see that we have been bearish for 4 weeks, almost a whole month. So let's go down to the daily, because the weekly has been very bearish. So as you can see on the daily time frame, we had this low, then we had a lower high, we had a low, lower high, and now we have a lower low again. So last week, basically, I saw that we were rejecting this area on the weekly and the daily time frame. So as you can see, this was a daily break and retest. We went into this area, created a double top with a lower high. So as you can see, we melted down all the way from here. So at this time I knew that the market was bearish and we needed to look for an area to place our trade from. So I placed on this daily area. This was a break of the low. We went back to this low and we retested this area over here. So I knew the market was bearish. So in this example, what I then do is I head down to the 30-minute time frame. So this is the 30-minute time frame, and this is the area where I've placed a trade. Now, you are probably thinking, how did I enter this trade? Now let me explain it again onto the chart, because I've explained to you guys how I identify the trend of the market, but I didn't explain how I entered a trade. So the only entry which I am willing to take on a trade is a retest of a head and shoulders pattern. Now this might sound very retail, but trust me, when I have implemented this into my strategy, my win rate went crazy. So the reason why this works really well is because you are trading with the momentum of the overall direction of the market. So when you're waiting for in an area of interest for the price to go into the favored direction of the market again, you can just simply wait for this pattern to create and take a retest of the neckline of the head and shoulders pattern to place your trade. So this is the only entry model I take, which is low risk, and you can take it to either take a short, or you can either take it to place a buy, like in an example like this. So what a low risk approach is this, and a high risk is on the right shoulder. So you can place your trade over here, and you can have a better risk to reward, but the risk is much higher than for you to wait to break the neckline, retest it, place your stop above the right shoulder, and head to the downside. And that's exactly what I did on GBP JPY on this trade. So we had the left shoulder over here, the head, the right shoulder area over here. Now sometimes it's not as beautiful and as clean as you would like it, but you have to see the beauty in it, and yeah, just make sure to spot it. So we have this area, this is the neckline, we broke below it, retested it, and we had a bearish engulfing candle which rejected the neckline again. So this is the area where I've placed my entry, and as you can see, we have taken a 2.6 risk to reward trade on GJ. Now there are a couple of more examples to this trade. So let's go, for example, to EuroCAD. EuroCAD on the, let's say, daily time frame. As you can see, it was very bearish since we've broken down and created a lower low. I knew that the price was going to reject this area over here, because we've had a very strong level of support which has now turned into resistance, and we've also had a nice area over here. So this was a very nice target for the market to go down to. So on the 4 hour, we could see that this area rejected the daily area very nicely, and this was the left head right shoulder. Let's go down to the 30-minute time frame where the entry has been placed. So we have the left head right shoulder break through this area and a retest going into the favored direction of the market. So this was a 1 to 2 trade, very clean, very easy, straight going into profit with almost no drawdown. And this was also a very beautiful and easy trade as well. Now, you could have placed a trade like this and place your trade on the right shoulder, which was very risky, but you would have gained a very high reward as well, 1 to 3. But in my case, I would rather prefer a trade which has more guarantees to it and has more is more likely to go into the favored direction of the market, because the right shoulder can sometimes be uncertain even though we are in a daily area of interest. So that's it for now, guys. I might as well have another trade. Yeah, let's go ahead and showcase this trade too. This was an Aussie dollar trade. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. We had let's go to the daily, top down. So the daily, we had a weekly break and retest area which we rejected nicely from. So the weekly was bearish. Let's go to the daily. As you can see, the daily rejected this area very strongly with momentum to the downside. And let's go now to the 30-minute where the trade has been placed. So as you can see, we had the left head right shoulder, a break below it. Let's move this away. And a retest of the neckline where we engulfed to the downside. And this was the area where you could have placed your entry with your stop loss above the right shoulder and with the target to this low over here. Very beautiful trade. This was also a 1 to 3 risk to reward. Very easy and simple approach, guys. It's just trading with the trend, going with the momentum, and just waiting for these 30-minute head and shoulder patterns to align. And yeah, just to align for you to take a trade. And it's so easy, guys. 1 to 2 trades in a week, and you can basically go ahead and live your life. Don't have stress and just let the trade do its thing, because it is eventually going into the right direction of the market within your favor. And yeah, that's basically it, guys, for today. This was the breakdown of the strategy which I am trading from support and resistance, price action trading. So make sure to subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, and of course join my free Telegram group where I will be placing future trades in as well. See you later, guys.